All right, I guess we are live. Let me just do a cross check on YouTube if we are live or not. And in the meanwhile, guys, if you can see us and if you can hear us, let us know in the comment box. All right, we are live. Perfect. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back into your show, our show, and everyone's show, the U-Turn. As you all know, we started this show with one intention and with one purpose. And the purpose is to help you, to guide you, to make the U-turn in your life so that you can move away from your problems and move towards the solutions for your goals and for your betterment. And I'm glad to see that many of you are here watching it live. And as you are joining us on YouTube, just let us know in the comment box from which part of the world you are tuning in tonight with us. And we have an incredible topic to share here with you today. We're going to talk about how to make money in this pandemic. Now, this pandemic, it has been a long time now. We are almost into the second year of the same situation happening all over the world. And in fact, the situation may be a little bad and a little worse right now. But the one thing that is still in our control is it's our thinking. That what we think about it and what we create out of it. And in today's lesson, we are going to share with you that how you can reprogram your mind in these tough situations, in these tough scenarios, to really attract the wealth that you seriously, honestly, and genuinely desire. But there are going to be some parts of this process that you really have to understand and that you really have to connect with. Attracting wealth can become a game once you truly understand it. Now, let me share a quote right here from this marvelous book that I have in my hand right now, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And on the very beginning of the chapter, Joseph Murphy talks about it. He said, decide to be wealthy the easy way, with the infallible aid of your subconscious mind. And then he added something very interesting. He said, trying to accumulate wealth by sweat of your brow and hard labor is one way to become the richest man in the graveyard. And I think none of you want to be like that. None of you want to be the richest man in the graveyard. And I absolutely love this quote. You know why? Because that reminds me that we can become rich, we can earn money just by using our subconscious mind. But how to use it? There are many questions. There might be many doubts on your mind. You might be studying about subconscious mind from such a long time. You maybe already know a lot of concepts about subconscious mind, and you might still be wondering that why this science work better for some people and why this doesn't work that much good for another people. You're going to get the answers in today's lesson, and you just get started with I'm going to brief you about a little points right here. And this is some of the best concept that I'm going to share with you right now upfront in this call. So pay very close attention to it, okay? If you have a blank sheet of paper and a pen, that would be very handy, because you would love to make a lot of notes as we go through this amazing, powerful information that we're going to discuss in front of you right now. So listen carefully, what Joseph Murphy said here. He said, do not believe the story that the only way you can become wealthy is by sweat of your brow and hard labor. It is not so. The effortless way of life is the best. Do the thing you love to do and do it for the joy and thrill of it. Now, my dear friends, that's what differentiates successful people from unsuccessful people. Or I must say, wealthy people from the common people. Now, there are some wealthy people on this planet, and they have a clearly defined goal. They know what they want. They know how much wealth they want. They know why they want. And at the same time, they know what they have to do in order to achieve it. Now, you look at big business owners. They all have a passion for doing what they are doing. Let's talk an example of Armand Bob Proctor. He loves personal development. Why? because that's the only thing he want to do, because he feel the passion in it. you know Now then you look at Elon Musk. What he's doing, he's passionate about taking the technology to the next level. He is way ahead in his thinking. Why? Because he's so much passionate about it. You see, every single person who became enthused about an idea, who becomes so thrilled about an idea, is the person who really become wealthy on this planet. When I think about it, there is another thing that comes to my mind. It says that it's not the money that will originate or generate ideas. It's the idea that generates money. So what you're focusing on? Are you focusing on that and waiting at your home and thinking, I wish I could have money, then I can do this, then I will create this, then I will execute that idea? Or you are one of those people who say that, oh my God, I have that idea, irrespective of whether I have the money or not, I'm going to make it happen. You can be either in one of these categories. In whichever category you are, that makes no difference, because what we are going to share with you today, it can become one of the most incredible ideas of your life. I can tell you again, one of the incredible ideas of your life. So Shekhar, let me just open up the whiteboard here, and I want you to share, for a couple of minutes with our audience, that what they can expect from today's session. I guess Shekhar is going to share the PowerPoint pretty soon. So just stay here with us, because as I told you, there is some amazing information that we are about to present in front of you. Okay. And in the meanwhile, let me just bring up that whiteboard. All right, here we have. All right, let me just bring it right here. All right, perfect. So I hope you can see the whiteboard. If you can see, just give me a thumbs up, or just say yes, you can. All right, the whiteboard is here. Perfect. So now I want you to think about it. I want you to think about your mind, okay? And understand that it is your mind that has the ability to give you everything that you want. If you want wealth, it is going to be attracted by your mind. If you want health, it is going to be attracted by your mind. If you want great relationships, it is going to be attracted by your mind. Doesn't matter whatever you want, it is going to be attracted by the use of your mind. Either use it in one way or you use it in another way. If you use it in the right direction, you can have abundance of money. You can just keep becoming rich and rich, just like the way Napoleon Hill said that. He said, when riches begin to come, they become so fast and furious that you keep on wondering where they were hiding all those lean years. And we're going to talk about wealth today. How that wealth is being attracted. How we can literally get what we want. To do so, I want you to pay attention to the one and only stick person diagram. Now, this is our mind right here. We have a conscious mind and we have a subconscious mind. And then we have what we call as our body right here, right? And then in our body, we have a very integral element that we call as our brain, the left brain and the right brain. And there is a body right here. Now we have to understand the law right here, guys, because there is a specific law that governs the money that you're going to earn, that governs everything that is happening in your life so far. So really understand that, okay? Now, there is an energy that is flowing to and through you all the time. Now, this energy is flowing to and through you all the time, okay? Now, you can either create one idea or another idea using this energy, okay? Now, we're talking about money. So what kind of idea regarding money you're building in your conscious mind? Are you thinking about that there is lack of money, or you're thinking about there is abundance of money? Are you thinking about that you can earn as much as money you want to earn, or you are thinking about, no, I cannot make money? Understand that whatever you think about, consciously or unconsciously, when you keep thinking about it over and over again, these thoughts become your dominating thoughts. And then by the law of thinking, which we covered in the earlier lessons, these dominating thoughts regarding money get planted to your subconscious mind. In other words, you get emotionally involved with your dominating thoughts. And when you become emotionally involved, that ultimate dictates your results, that ultimate creates everything that is happening in your life right now. Now, let me explain it in another way, okay? All right, let me just explain that in another way. Let me just rub it from here. Here we go. Here we go. Now, pay attention to this diagram. As I said, this is the secret genie. This diagram can absolutely change anyone's life. All right, here we go. So this is your mind right here, the conscious and the subconscious. Now, I want you to think about what ideas you have in your conscious mind. Are you thinking about that money is difficult to earn? Are you thinking about money is hard to earn? If this is the idea in your conscious mind, my dear friends, and if you are thinking about this idea over and over and over again with repetition, this is becoming your dominating thought. And understand, when this has become your dominating thought, what kind of feeling you are impressing to the subconscious mind. You are impressing the negative feelings that are no longer going to help you, that are no longer going to support you. And you know what happens with doing all that? You are reprogramming your brain, you are reprogramming the brain with the brain cells that doesn't believe in abundance. And when that is happening, my dear friends, your body moves into a vibration. You are taking an action which is not productive, and then you create a results. Those results are no longer going to help you. And you see, this is how everything is happening in your life right now. Now, I want to bring Shekhar up front here for next 10 to 15 minutes. He's going to share with you some more amazing ideas from this chapter, which are going to bamboozle your mind. So, Shekhar, over to you for next 10 to 15 minutes to take them through a journey.
May I take 15 minutes more, like 30 minutes?
You can take as much as you want. It's
Oh,
all
thank you
yours,
so
all
much.
right? We
Yeah.
have an hour and we still have more than 48 minutes to go, all right? So,
Okay,
go
cool.
ahead and
So
share
this
your
is,
PowerPoint. Let's do it.
yeah.
And in the meanwhile, Shekhar is sharing his presentation. I want you to think about what are your limiting beliefs you're having in your mind about money. What is something that is holding you back right now from earning the money that you want to earn? Write them down on a piece of paper because Shekhar is going to dissect to you what actually is holding you back right now. So let's just wait for the slide to appear. All right, here we go. The slides are coming up right here. They may take a little bit to load right here, guys. So just be patient here with us. Okay. All right. I guess it's still not there.
Just a sec. No.
All right. So just reshare that, Shaker.
Yeah,
So just
doing
wait
it.
here, guys. You will just reshare it. And in the meanwhile, as I told you, just write down on a piece of paper what is your limiting belief about money. What do you think about money that is holding you back right now? Why do you think you cannot earn money? All right, Shaker, we can see the PowerPoint. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'd like to welcome everybody to a brand new show, The U Turn. And today in episode 10, we'll be talking about the subconscious mind and wealth. And this is part one of this series we are conducting. We might go to part three, four as well. We'll see. But in today's part, my main objective is to make sure that all the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back from earning the amount of money that you always wanted to earn will fall down into pieces today, because you have to work with what I'm about to tell you. First thing, we will be talking about our thoughts and feelings currently about money. You see, it's very important. As Sukhveer explained, if we are thinking that money is hard to earn, that's a negative thing and it generates a negative feeling inside of us. And in the same way, we get inspired and take actions due to which everything goes haywire and we end up earning the same amount of money that we've been earning, but never the amount of money that we always wanted to earn. And it all happens because of our thoughts and feelings. Then we are going to see how to develop wealth consciousness. It's very important. See, just thinking about money and earning money is not enough. We have to go to the root cause of our ability to earn money, which is in our consciousness. And over there, we will be developing wealth consciousness. After that, in the end, I will be sharing a couple of exercises that you can start doing from today onwards, where you have to take a U-turn, you have to let go of your old beliefs and install new beliefs in your consciousness. And after that, we will continue with part two, part three later on in this series. So, to begin with, let us first understand where we stand when it comes to our thoughts and feelings about money. Now, the main question is that what it is that you truly believe about money. Now, whatever we think or feel about money, it is not something that has come through our conscious choice, not all of it, but most of it has come from our environment. And if we go back to our childhood, if we can recall our environment, we'll see that we were surrounded by our parents, siblings, neighbors used to visit, our fathers, colleagues used to visit often to our home, and everybody used to get in a conversation. And whenever the topic of money used to come out, somebody would feel uncomfortable and say things like, you know what, money isn't everything. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money can't buy love or happiness. And a lot of other things that really did not make sense. But we ended up accumulating all of these things in our belief system. And we started taking these things as totally true. Why? Because it came from our parents. Why? Because it came from someone who we consider to be highly intellectual, who reads a lot of books. So when these kind of people were surrounded, we were surrounded by these kind of people in our young impressionable minds, these sentences were getting inside our ears day in and night out without us realizing that ultimately we will end up believing that it's true, because these kind of things were repeated. And then we went to school. In school, again, we were not taught how to make decisions, we were not taught how to make money. Instead, we were programmed in school to believe that we are only supposed to get good grades. We grew up in a competitive environment. Then we were told that we have to, enroll in a prestigious university and then get a good degree, and then we're going to get a good job. This is what our school taught us. And mostly it were the children of established entrepreneurs and businessmen who would actually dream of owning their own business after leaving school or after finishing college. But most of us who did not come from a business background, this is exactly how we were programmed, like that we are supposed to get good grades, enroll in a prestigious university, get a good degree, then get a good job. We were always surrounded by limitations. Why? Because everybody else was doing that. So we ended up thinking that this is the only way to earn money. And then once we got a job, the kind of thing that goes on in the workplace about money. People are talking about investments to save taxes. I'm not saying it's wrong, but look at it, how limited it is. You are making investment not for the money to grow, but you're making an investment to wait for your money to get matured. And the number of years it takes for your money to get matured in your insurance or any other thing, all you're doing is just saving taxes every financial year. In this way, you might be saving money, but you're not growing. You're not able to multiply money. Then there are people who talk about retirement plans. Again, they talk about investments, but then they say, you know what, if you put your money over here, after so many years, you're going to get so much of money. So when we retire, when we got less money in the bank account, this source will give us this much of money, that source. And it's all about reaching the age of 60 and retiring. It's like giving up. We were not born to retire. We were born to do what we love to do every single day and keep on doing it till our last breath, till the last day we are living on this planet. Retirement is something that came from the outside, it came from the corporate culture. And that's how people ended up planning their life. What are they going to do after 60? Well, you have to have retirement plans to enjoy your life after 60. Then we see people talking about higher packages. They're praising this company or that company, ABC Productions, or, you know, all sorts of things, but not praising what they are getting out of their company. And they're always, looking forward to jump from one corporate to another, to this, to there, only because they're going to get a higher package. So this is basically how we were programmed in our environment about money. And I'd like to call this the old belief system, because you and I know clearly that this kind of a mentality, this kind of a mindset never ever helped us earn the amount of money that we wanted to earn. We might have ended up getting good grades, being enrolled in a prestigious university, getting a good degree or a good job, but not really living the life of freedom, where we become free to earn the amount of money that we want to earn by doing the thing that we love to do throughout the day. So, what we need to do right now is to have a look at what we really think about money. Because what we're going to do about in the next slide is we are trying to work with an idea to install new belief system in our consciousness. So tonight, after this episode gets over, really take a pen and a pad or a paper, pencil, whatever stationery you have right beside you on your table, and make a list of all those things that you learned about money since you were a kid. I'm not saying make the entire list today, but try to get as many thoughts that you can recall as much as possible, so that you can really have a look at what it is that's stopping you from earning the amount of money that you want to earn. It's all because of your old belief system that you have ended up accepting as true unconsciously, and you're working with it throughout the day. What we need to do is we need to replace this old belief system with a new belief system by understanding certain concepts. We have to let go of our old belief systems. We don't have to fight with them. Remember, we don't have to fight with our old beliefs. We have to let them go so that we can replace them with a new belief system. Now, what is this new belief system about money that we should inculcate in our mind? To know that, first, we have to get a couple of concepts really clear. One thing that we need to understand is, irrespective of what our parents told us, irrespective of what our seniors told us, our teachers told us, our bosses told us, irrespective of what everybody around us keeps on telling us, we have to understand without any doubt of argument, really, really from a very practical point of view, that money cannot be replaced in the arena in which it is used. Yes, think about it. When you go to buy your grocery, you can say, I don't care about money. But when you pick up your eggs, your milk, your meat, your fish, your bread, everything, and then you go to the cash counter, the guy standing right over there really cares about money. And he doesn't care what your belief system about money is, whether you think of money as the root cause of all evil or whether you worship money. He doesn't care. He wants his money because you're picking up things from his grocery store. Now, let's just think of the time when we were ill. We were not fit enough to even get up and call our neighbors for help. So what did we do? We picked up a mobile phone and we called up a doctor who could, pay us a residential visit. Now, the doctor did not care what our belief system regarding money was, whether we considered it to be evil or something really good. The doctor did his job, and what he wanted in return was money. When I am entertaining a new business idea, when I am thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, I must know that my lawyers and accountants in the future will not care about whether I care about money or not. What they care about is that if they are going to help me establish the legal structure of my company and do all the documentation that is mandatory by my government, my lawyers and my accountants are going to ask for money. And if I need to expand my business, I cannot say I don't care about money or money is evil and yet make a business plan thinking that I have to increase my business. How do I scale my business? I have to invest in my business overheads. Maybe I need to get a new team of people. Maybe I need to hire an entire office space somewhere. Even if I'm doing virtual support, maybe I need to buy subscriptions from so many different service providers to run my online business. So you see, irrespective of what you grew up with, what others have told you, right now, in front of your screen, you have money presented to you from a very practical point of view. It cannot be replaced in the arena in which it is used. It can never be. Which takes us to the point that money is important. How and why? Money, first of all, makes us lead a comfortable life. Why have you written the amount of money that you want to earn in your gold card? Ask yourself that question. Because you want to lead a comfortable life. Because that amount of money, which is represented on your gold card, will help you meet all the wants and needs that you have to lead a comfortable life and to improve your talent on an everyday basis. You see, the more comfortable we become with everything around us, the more time we can give into the development and drawing of our talent, of our abilities to do more and more and greater work each and every single day. Lack of money is what makes us think, if I had that, I would have done this. If I had that, I would have done that. But you see, what we have to do is we have to go in our consciousness, really think about what we feel about money, and then change it, replace it. We have to understand that money is important. Money can't buy us love or happiness. I don't need money to buy love or happiness for myself. What I understand is that money is important for me because I have to lead a comfortable life. I want whatever I need, and I need to have them with the help of money. It doesn't matter whatever amount of money I have in my bank account or in my wallet right now. What I know is that it is going to get out and go somewhere to make my life more comfortable. So I should bless money and I should want more and more of it, only in turn to realize that I am using all my money to develop my talents so that I can showcase it to the world and in turn end up earning more money. So that's a cycle. But it all starts with your consciousness. You have to understand that money cannot be replaced in the arena in which it is used, and money is really, really important for all goal seekers on this planet. Now, with this understanding, we will develop a new mindset for money. So, what do we have to think from today onwards to develop this new mindset? Well, the first thing we need to understand is that we need to love people and use money and not reverse it, because it's a law. If we start using people and loving money, we will go against the law. And what's going to happen is we are going to make up a god of money. We're going to end up doing that. And in turn, we will become slave to the money. But that's not how the law intends you to use money. The law intends you to first love people and use money. The law wants you to consider yourself as the master and the money to be the servant. The money that you have in your wallet right now is there to serve you. The money that you have in your e wallet or in your bank account right now, it's there to serve you. So you cannot say that money is the root cause of all evil or money is bad. That money is there. Whatever amount of money you have, it's there to serve you. It's totally upon you to decide how you're gonna wisely take that money and invest it in such a practical way that when the return comes, you will be able to expand your talent and showcase it to the world and develop more new products and services. You can develop your own business, but you have to consider yourself to be the master and money to be the servant if you want to use money to establish the business that you want to establish. And the third thing that we need to learn is that money must always be used, enjoyed, and circulated. Now, this does not mean that we must squander money and buy all the things that we don't want or need. That is called wasting money. That is not a healthy, wealth conscious mind. It's not. When I have money, I am going to spend my money on making my life comfortable, meeting my wants and needs, taking care of my family, making sure that their wants and needs are met, and in improving our talents and abilities. So, this slide that you see on the screen right in front of you, make this your new belief system. Let go of all the old belief system that you hold about money. It's your old belief system about money which you have considered to be absolutely true. You have convinced your subconscious mind that whatever you think about money is true, and your subconscious mind is creating your reality in such a way that your thoughts about money remain true to you forever. So what we can do is, we have already seen that these thoughts that we grew up with never served us properly. So, what we can do is we can install this new belief system in our consciousness starting today. With this, what we need to do is, after while in the process of installing this new belief system, We will be developing our wealth consciousness. You see, the amount of money that you have written on your goal card, your subconscious mind will work with by showing you the ideas and other things and thought processes that you need to work with, the right kind of people that you need to meet to be able to earn the amount of money that you set in your goal card. But what we need to develop is wealth consciousness. And that can only happen when we think of prosperity. Now, how do we develop wealth consciousness? First, what we need to do is there's an exercise given in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And all that we need to do is repeat the words wealth, success, wealth, success over and over again for 5 minutes. And we have to do this 3 to 4 times a day. And what will happen is we will end up feeling how we would feel when and if we were wealthy and successful. If I will work with an affirmation like I am wealthy, I am successful, maybe my conscious mind will come in the way and poke me over and over again. You're not wealthy, you're not successful. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to let my conscious mind get in the way. So, I'm just going to use wealth and success, two of these words, repeating over and over again for 5 minutes. Take a smartphone, put a timer of 5 minutes, and keep on saying wealth and success and keep repeating it. And while repeating it, build a vivid motion picture in your imagination that you have already reached your goal. And in that goal, you have already earned the amount of money you wanted to earn, and you are already successful the way you wanted success to come into your life. How would you feel if you were successful, if you were doing what you're doing the best? If you had the money to lead a comfortable life, doing what you love to do throughout the day, what would that feeling be like? Tap into that feeling, because the feeling of wealth produces wealth. The feeling of lack produces lack and limitation. The feeling of failure produces failure. And in the same way, the feeling of success produces success. What we need to do in the second step is we have to find out, while doing this exercise of wealth success, whether we are feeling if we are lying to ourselves or not. We have to keep a check on this. You see, every time you write your affirmations, every time you speak your affirmations, you read it aloud, you keep on reciting it over and over again. Do you really get into the feeling of already having achieved whatever it is you're writing in your affirmations? You're writing your affirmations in the present tense as if you've already achieved your goal. But do you feel like you've already achieved your goal while you're writing your affirmations? Or does your conscious mind get in the way and try to tell you, you know what, you're lying? And you're lying to yourself. Here's the data, here's the analysis, these are the facts, and these are the figures. You don't have the money that you want to earn. And how are you going to earn it? All these things will keep on coming while we are doing this exercise of wealth success. What we need to do is be persistent and over again tap into the feeling of wealth, which we know by law will go ahead to produce wealth. The third thing that we need to do is we need to shorten our affirmations. For example, we can write something like, my sales are improving every day. Now, why do we need to work with affirmations like these in the first place? Why do we need to shorten them up? The answer is simple. Your conscious mind, through its own logic, reasoning, and data analysis, understands through experience that whatever we do on a daily basis, we end up improving in it on a daily basis. We don't need to teach our conscious mind about this every single day. It already knows it through experience. But if I write, my sales have expanded 5 times, what's going to happen is the conscious mind is going to ask us a question. It's going to come out of nowhere. 5 times in one financial year, really, and all those kind of thoughts. But when we work with affirmations like, my sales are improving every day, all we need to do is just focus on the figure that we have on the goal card and tap into the feeling of our wish already fulfilled, and understand over and over again that our sales will keep on improving every single day when we work with such a short affirmation and build into our consciousness the idea of wealth and success. The money that we have written on our goal card, it will follow. Now, there's a common stumbling block that comes in our way. Most of the time, we don't even understand this. And even I never knew about this stumbling block till the time I read this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, where Dr. Joseph Murphy has elaborated this concept. Now, one common stumbling block which is found in every individual who are not able to reach their financial goals or to become financially free is the entertainment of the emotion of envy. Dr. Joseph Murphy writes, the quickest way to cause wealth to take wings and fly away is to criticize and condemn others who have more wealth than you. In the same chapter, in another part, he writes, if you are ever annoyed or irritated by the prosperity or great wealth of another, claim immediately that you truly wish for him greater wealth in every possible way. This will neutralize the negative thoughts in your mind and cause an ever greater measure of wealth to flow to you by the law of your own subconscious mind. Now, that's wisdom right over there by one of the foremost authorities of personal development, Dr. Joseph Murphy. You see, we need to figure out who are the people thinking of whom we become envious, so jealous. Why? Because they have more wealth than we do. Why? Because they are in a better relationship than we are. Because they are way more healthier than we are. Because they have all the time in the world to do whatever it is that they want. And while we are stuck in a rut, that's why the emotion of envy and jealousy comes up to the surface and we end up entertaining them. Now, the subconscious mind picks up this feeling of envy, jealousy, and goes about to make sure that you watch that same person again in your life and feel even more envious. That's how the law works. And that's why once we hate someone, the next time someone takes their name, we become irritated just by hearing their name. Think about what would happen if they showed up in front of us. What would the level of our irritation be? Now, all this is happening because we have picked up these habits from others through our surroundings. Now, through knowledge, study, and understanding, we understand that we cannot entertain the emotion of envy anymore. This is what makes the wealth to take wings and fly away. And we keep waiting for it, thinking that we are waiting and we are working with our definite plan every single day. Then why the heck money is not coming my way? Because we are still envious of other people and the way they make money. You see, whichever way people are making money, it's none of our business. The law will take care of them. If they're using the law in a positive way, constructive way to make money, they will be, expanding every single day. But if they're using the law in a negative way to make money, they are using a shortcut to go to jail, or maybe their business is going to get, dissolved any moment. So, what we need to understand is that while in the process of building wealth consciousness, we have to keep away this feeling of envy and jealousy of others who have more than what we have. In fact, we should bless them. Claim immediately that you truly wish for him greater wealth in every possible way. We have to wish for them that they may have more and more of what it is they have right now. And in that way, in my wealth consciousness, I will realize that I don't have to compete with anybody or I don't have to snatch anything from anybody. All the ideas to earn money that I want to earn is there inside of me. It's in my consciousness. All that I need to do is come into a high level of vibration so that my subconscious mind, in that high level of vibration, will be able to pass on the ideas and thoughts to me, working on which I will be revising my definite plan and definitely reaching my goal from there. So, with these concepts in mind, let us now talk about the U turn that we will need to take this week. We will practically apply the concepts that we learned in today's episode. The first thing that I request you to do is study chapter 9, how to use the power of your subconscious for wealth during this entire pandemic. The more people come and tell you, you know what, due to pandemic, this is not going to happen. Due to pandemic, the shipping has stopped. Due to pandemic, blah, blah, blah. What you do is just tell them, okay, fine, I'll see how I can run my business. My business is going fine. Just answer them that. Even if your business is not working out great right now, don't indulge in a conversation with other people on how and why your business is not doing good. What you need to do is get away and stay away from these people. and work on your business, revise, rewrite your goal card, tap into the feeling that your wish has already been fulfilled. Whatever it is you think about your business, it's already true. Whatever kind of man or woman that you want to become in your business, you already are that man or the woman. So study this chapter every day, and you will automatically find that these thoughts, the more they seep deep down into your consciousness, the less you will entertain other people when they talk about what's happening in the pandemic. Then work with the wealth success exercise as it was given over here. This is the way to develop true wealth consciousness, because your consciousness will keep on seeing wealth and success while you tap into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. And then make a list of all the stumbling blocks. Who are the people whose name, picture, whatever it is, a contact that irritates you because they have something that you don't have? Understand that you can have more than what they have without even competing with them. All the things that you want to have, the ideas for to reach that goal, whatever goal it is, it's there inside of you. It's in your consciousness. You just have to reprogram yourself with a new belief system. You just have to change your point of view regarding money. And in today's show, I showed you how to practically think about money. If you have a point of view regarding money, make sure it's not someone else's point of view. Make sure it's your point of view and it is practical. So find the stumbling blocks and wish all the people who you're jealous of, wish all the people who you envy greater and in that way you will successfully build wealth consciousness. If you found today's episode really helpful, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube. This will help Sukhveer and me bring more and more fresh content to you every single week with excitement and enthusiasm. Whatever your thoughts are regarding today's episode, please share your thoughts in the comment section. And if you think that this video can actually help your near and dear ones, then please share this video with them so that they can finally set up the kind of business that they want to set up and earn the amount of money that they want to earn, be healthy and happy always. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. In that way, every Thursday when we come live at 8 p.m. IST, you will be notified of that. I would like to thank all of you for attending today's episode. And for further information regarding this information, the personal development things, please visit our official website, www.humanpotentialandgrowth.com, for further information. Thank you, Sukhveer.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Shekhar. That was a really, really great, description of the marvelous chapter that we have been studying. And I want all of you who have been watching this from last 42 minutes to
Yeah.
just stay here for 5 to 7 minutes more. What I'm going to do right now is that whatever Shekhar has shared with you, I'm going to just read out the key ideas that Joseph Murphy mentioned at the end of the book. And I'm going to just add some more key insights based upon what I believe, what I know. Now, why I'm going to do this? There is a reason behind repeating these ideas. You know, from these sessions, you can gather information. You can gather information about the mind. You can gather information about, how powerful your mind is, how powerful, these ideas are. But understand that the only time when you will do something about these ideas is when you make a decision and when you program your mind with a new set of ideas. Now, how to program ourselves with those new set of ideas? That is the question, my dear friend. Now, how we can literally take an idea of what Joseph Murphy is talking about right here in this book, and then literally plant that idea into our mind so that we start executing that idea. That's what I'm going to share you in next few minutes from now. So just pay attention on the screen. Now, the first point that Joseph Murphy talks about in this chapter about becoming wealthy is decide to be wealthy the easy way. Now, this is where you have to again understand the chemistry of your mind. Okay, so let me draw it right here for you. This is our mind right here, the conscious and the subconscious. Then we have what we call as our body right here. Okay, And this is the brain idea right here. And we have these five antennas that we call as the sensory factors. You can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can taste, and you can touch. Now, understand that. Now, you may start thinking about consciously that I am rich. Okay. Or you may start thinking that I am wealthy. Now, understand that having this idea in the conscious mind is not going to make any difference at all, because there is a paradigm that is programmed at the subconscious mind. And you know what the paradigm is going to do? The paradigm is going to force you to kick that idea away from your consciousness and then feed the idea of lack and limitation back into your consciousness. Now, this is where you have to literally pay attention to and understand that in order to bridge the gap between what you know and what you do, you have to really work on yourself. You got to make some committed decisions. You got to make some committed decisions to get involved into one of our effective education study programs. Although this U-turn show in itself is a very effective education that is going on right here. But to take yourself to the next level, you got to make a decision, and you have to tell yourself that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to achieve my goal. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to achieve my wealth goal. And I'm going to do it within the bounds and the limit of nature, without hurting anybody or without violating the rights of others. Because understand that if you become rich by lawful process, you will stay rich for the rest of your life. And that's what we are teaching you right here, how to become rich by a lawful process. The process is easy. There is no question about that. The only question is that are you willing to pay the price? Now that is the second point right here. He said the trouble with most people is that they have no invisible means of support. What does that mean? That means the trouble with people here is that they only believe the testimony of their senses. You know, People believe in what they can see, and they don't believe in what is invisible and the infinite potential, the infinite power that we all possess is right here in our subconscious mind. And if you only understand that your subconscious mind can give you everything that you want, you can have a completely different life, my dear friends. And I want you to think about it. He said, the feeling of wealth produces wealth. Keep this in mind all the time. Now, it is the feeling of health that produces the wealth. What does that mean? That means in your subconscious mind right here, you have to feel that you're already worthy. You have to feel that you're already wealthy. How you do it? You do it by reminding yourself, you do it by repeating to yourself that I'm wealthy. You do it by explaining, to yourself over and over again that whatever you want, it's already yours. Now you gotta be like that. If you are not, the results are not going to happen, my dear friends. It is as simple as it is. You gotta understand it. And that's what he said right here. He said, remember, the block or obstacle to wealth is in your own mind. You can now destroy that mental block. This you may do by getting on good mental terms with everyone. What does that mean? That means think about, have good feelings regarding wealth, have good ideas regarding wealthy people, have good intentions in your mind regarding wealth, and then consciously and deliberately practice money consciousness affirmations. Now, Joseph Murphy gave a very powerful money conscious affirmation here. He talks about sales affirmation here, and I'm going to read that to you. He said, my sales are improving every day. I'm advancing, progressing, and getting wealthier every day. I want you to think about it for a minute. Imagine Imagine if you have all the wealth that you ever seek and ever desire. Imagine that your life is becoming better and better every single day. Imagine that you are earning the more money in your family than anybody else has ever earned. That's not to prove to somebody that you're better than anybody. It is just for you to understand how you will feel. Because it is a feeling element that is going to give you everything that you seek and desire. And we want you to get connected with that feeling element, because that's where the results are. That's where, you know, the wealth is. Once you connect with that, it is going to bamboozle your mind. And when we will be back next week, next Thursday at the same time, we are going to continue the part two of how to make money in pandemic. So stay there with us and invite your family, invite your friends, because this is the time when we should understand this information. This is the time when we should really, get hold of these ideas. This is the time when we should really understand that how powerful the personal development is. And once we do that, what's going to happen? Our whole life is going to change. Everything is going to change. And on that note, I want to say thank you to Shekhar, and I want to say thank you to everyone who has attended this today's session. Come back next Thursday and you will have more amazing ideas. And in the meanwhile, any of you who might be interested to really change their life seriously and take it to the next level, reach out to us. Go to our website. Drop us a message on WhatsApp, Facebook, wherever you are connected with us. Make a decision and make a decision to sign up for our amazing program. What you're getting right here on our YouTube channel, it is just few percent of the real education. When I say few percent, that means there is much more to this philosophy. So make a decision to be into one of our programs, and we'll show you how to become wealthier, happier in your life. On that note, thank you so much for being here. Shekhar, thank you so much for another powerful session.
Thank
And
you,
I'll see you
Shankar.
next week. And I'll see everybody next week in our U-Turn show. Take care and live your life the way you want to live. See you next time. Bye bye, all.